Hello and good morning. It's Suzanne. I'm the weight loss coach. How are you? Happy Wednesday. I wanted to talk to you today about the dreaded plateau, the weight loss plateau, when everything just goes bzz, stops. And this has come up for some of my clients recently. In fact, the Goals Club that I run, that I've been running for the last 4 months. We've got one more session to do in December. And it's come up for a couple of the ladies there. All of a sudden, they have stopped losing weight. They have been doing absolutely everything to the letter, and things have stalled. Now, this can just be so frustrating, and it can even be a time when people think, well, it's not working. I'm sick of doing all this stuff and nothing's working. So bang, why should I continue? And they go off track. But I want you to know that this is very normal, and it's a completely normal physiological response that is happening within your body. So what happens is that, we're at a certain weight, and we start to reduce calories, and we start to increase exercise, and so there's more expenditure than there is intake, which is great for a size body. But over time, that will all balance out, meaning that you will lose the amount of weight that you're supposed to lose on, that amount of calorie intake with that amount of energy expenditure. And then you go back to baseline, essentially. So you go back to, if you were at the original weight and not changing anything, and you're not losing anything because you're not changing anything, well, you've eaten less food, but you've got less body weight to lose, and your energy level, your expenditure is, at the same. So we just go back to base. And so the thing to do is to change one of the things, either the calories in or the calories out. And of course, there are other things we need to take into account. So there's other factors, such as stress levels, of course. We know that, if we are in a highly stressed state, then that is really just going to tell the body that something's not right. I'm either in a famine situation, or I'm being chased by a saber-toothed tiger, and your body will want to hold on to weight. But if your stress levels are all fine and, everything's tickety-boo, but you've been, eating less, moving more, and all of a sudden, the weight loss stops, it's time to change. So there's other, research behind that, in that, when we initially start to lose weight, we use glucose, we use up those glucose stores. But then once we've used the glucose stores, the body turns to glycogen, and that is stored in the liver. And what happens when we start using glycogen stores, we start also losing water weight, but we also start losing a bit of muscle, which isn't ideal, because muscle is our biggest calorie burner. We want to really build up our muscle mass in order to burn more calories when we're at rest. So, you've gone to the gym in the morning, or you've done some sort of exercise during the day, and your body busily burns calories hours later without you doing anything, because your muscles need feeding. But if we're not doing, a type of exercise that is going to build muscle, then you're going to start to lose muscle mass. And there will come a time when you've got no more weight to lose, based on the calories that you're eating and the energy expenditure that is happening for you. So then we need to change something. So what do we need to change? One of two things. So the amount of food that you're eating. Now, I really need to caveat this. You need to be really careful not to dip below Now, they say it's about 1,200 calories per day if you are counting calories. But the thing is, you don't want to be eating too little food, because if you do, your body goes, warning, warning, I'm not getting what I need. I need to hang on to weight because I'm starving. So that would be the secondary thing I would go to. What I would do is to change up your exercise. So change up your movement. Start just doing something differently. So if you've been walking and you know, you've got to a good amount of time walking, perhaps you're walking for an hour every day, your body gets very conditioned to that, and it gets used to that level of exercise, even though it, you know, initially it might have been actually hard slog and, you know, really challenging to walk for a full hour with no break. But over time it becomes quite easy. It's almost like incidental exercise. Your body becomes quite conditioned to it. So it's not going to expend any more energy than it needs to, because it's actually, you know, your body's creating energy, it's using energy, it's all sort of balanced out now. So what you could do is to change that level of intensity of your walk. So you could do a form of interval training. So walk really, really fast, like increase the huff and puff, increase the lung capacity, the how much energy that you're using when you walk, or wear a backpack, or, you know, put some weights on. And just do short intervals and then slow it down, short intervals, slow it down. So it's a form of high intensity interval training, or HIIT. Or you could just do something completely different, and you might go swimming, for instance. You might jump on a push bike. You might do, a bar class, or a Pilates, or do some weights, or just mix it up somehow so that you are increasing that level of expenditure. Also, to try and increase your daily incidental exercise. So all the exercise that you do every day. Because once again, your body gets used to, you know, if you've got a really big house and you do lots of housework, your body gets used to that. So you'd need to do it differently. But things like parking further away when you're going somewhere, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, doing a quick walk around the block, walking to the shops instead of driving to the shops, just doing any little bit more exercise than you would normally do is going to start to help you to expend even more energy. So up the level of energy expenditure. The other things that you can do if you are feeling like you're stuck in a plateau, or you've just nothing shifting, is to really go back and recheck your program. Of what you're eating. Food diaries are fantastic, because oftentimes little things creep in and we don't, oh, that'll be all right, I was good today, I went for a big walk today, so I can have that, that little piece of chocolate, or I'll just throw in some more cheese and crackers at night, and I'm just stuff's happening at work, so I'm having a glass of wine to wind down at night. Just really check everything to make sure that nothing has creeped in that you are saying in your mind, oh, look, that'll be okay. Because these things, when it becomes a calories in, calories out sort of exercise, then they will make a difference. So just recheck and make sure that you are on track, and make sure that you're doing everything that you can to support your body to be the weight that you want to be. The next thing would be to just, really double check your portion sizes. Has something else creeped in? And are you just eating more than you thought that you were eating? The next, as I mentioned, was ramping up your exercise. That can make a really big difference. And in fact, I've just discovered the benefits of the high intensity, the HIIT workouts, which is just 30 seconds of intense exercise followed by 60 to 90 seconds of rest, and you do that 8 times. It's called Peak 8, so you can Google that, and there's lots of information around that. And it's only 20 minutes instead of spending, you know, an hour or 2 hours or whatever, however long you do that at the gym, or, you know, going for a walk. It's just 20 minutes 3 times a week. And it builds the HCG, which is the human growth hormone, which actually really gets in and attacks your fat stores if that's, you know, what you want to be shifting. Plus, it's great for cardio. It works all the different kinds of muscle fibers, fast twitch, fast twitch, slow twitch muscle fibers, which are really important if you want to create a change. You need to activate there's 3 different types of fibers, and you're tapping into the anaerobic part of your energy system, which is really helping your heart, and building and strengthening your heart. If we're doing a low level exercise over a long period of time, we just get quite conditioned to it. It's not exerting our body in any way, shape, or form. Obviously, if you're going to do a high intensity workout or a HIIT workout, please do check that with your doctor to make sure that that's okay for you and your fitness levels. They do recommend that you start this quite slowly and just build up to it. But, you know, for time's sake, 20 minutes as opposed to an hour is pretty good. So, and of course, the last thing is to manage your stress levels. Just make sure that you are doing everything you can to support you, and that you're not producing more stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, insulin than you need. And you can do lots of different things around that. Oftentimes we can't change what's happening around us, but we can certainly change the way that we think about things. And there's lots of things that we can do. Breathing, our breath is our inbuilt onboard antidote to stress. And so just by taking a couple of deep breaths, now the longer exhalation on the breath is going to really help to reduce those cortisol levels, so that and put you into what they call parasympathetic nervous system, which is the relaxation response, opposite to the stress response. So that can happen very quickly. And just putting in a daily practice and starting off your day in a nice relaxed way by, you know, sitting and doing 10 minutes of breathing, or meditating, even 3 minutes of meditation, focused breathing every day is going to make a massive difference to how your body responds and how you feel. It actually builds strength in your brain, and it's just making this time to give yourself an opportunity to calm down. So breathing is so important, but finding ways to manage your stress levels and just look at your day and, you know, do you need to get all of these things done in the day? Perhaps you just need to focus on 3 things which are manageable and aren't going to put you under any level of undue stress. But really, don't let it get you down. It's very normal and natural to reach a weight loss plateau, and it just means you need to change something else. So ramp it up. You know, whatever you've been doing, and you know, if you started off with a bigger body, it's not going to take a lot of work for you to start to reduce your size. But once you get to that size of reduction, you do need to do more to keep that level going. So, and obviously your body will then at some point settle at its ideal weight, and sometimes we don't have a huge say in that, but doing what you can do and focusing on your health is so important, rather than the numbers on the scales. So look inwards and, really ask yourself, do I feel good today? Is what I'm doing, is that going to help me get to where I want to go? Am I looking after myself? Am I supporting myself in the best way possible to be the healthiest version of me? So there you go. If you are struggling and you do want to have a chat, please, by all means, book in for a 30-minute weight reset call. More than happy to have a chat with you to see what's going on, and let's see if we can nut something out for you. Now, just wanted to let you know also, pretty exciting news. Next year, starting February, I'm going to kickstart off the Weight Loss Goals Club again. This is going to be going for 8 months, and I should have got this earlier. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be working through this book, The Slowdown Diet by Mark David. He's the absolute guru on changing your relationship with food and body. And he is my mentor, guide, and trainer. And I've learnt, everything that I know in regards to weight loss and management from this amazing man. So next year, over 8 months, I'm going to take a small group of women in the room, face to face, through this amazing book, and we are going to really change your whole ideas around food, around your relationship with food and body, and how you live life. So I'm really excited about that. If you are interested, please send me a PM, DM, contact me, and I'll let you know more information, and including dates. I'm actually going to hold this one on a Sunday this year or next year. So it gives people opportunity who've got kids and sports and all sorts of things that can't get to the Saturday one. We're going to do it on a Sunday. So hopefully that will make it more available to a lot more people. But 15 max in the room, cannot do any more than that. So if you are wanting to get on board, then please let me know, and let's get that seat booked for you, because I'm pretty sure as last year it booked out just like that. And next year it's going to book out again. All right, everyone, happy Wednesday. Have a wonderful day. If you've got any questions, comments, anything's coming up for you, and you want more details, info, and you'd like me to do a blog on it, more than happy to do that. All right, everyone. Ta-da.